Hello YouTube, I'm Shane.
And I'm Caden.
He's a little man.
And welcome to the shed.
Alright guys, g'day again. We're back working on the Veloster today. So we're chasing an aircon problem this time. Strange thing, it still blows cold air, but the fan doesn't seem, the blower fan doesn't seem to work really well. Sometimes it turns on and works properly, and then other times it's only just a tiny little bit blowing out. But it is blowing out cold air, so I'm assuming it's an electrical problem. I've done a little bit of research online, and it seems that some of the connections have issues in this. So we'll go through, have a look at some of that. I'll show you what I have kind of discovered looking online, and also what we're going to do. And we'll just go from there. So let's jump inside and I'll show you. Alright, so inside you can see this is obviously the dash area. Now, a lot of the tutorials and different things I've seen online, one are American, so I don't know whether that's different or not, but so they have the fan controller, the speeds of the fan, on a double dial here somehow. So they've got kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, but it still has what looks to be the temperature control there as well. So I'm not sure whether it's a double dial or how it works or what, but quite often they're saying that that is stuffed. The little connection behind it is stuffed. Sometimes it's actually even melted. So I'm not sure on this because obviously we've just got push buttons here. Now you press the buttons and on the dash it still lights up. It still shows that the fan controller is moving up, but the air won't come out. What does come out is cold, and sometimes it will suddenly blow cold for a little period of time and then stop, or just slow right down again, even when the fan just stays up high. My idea is that I'm going to pull this part off, have a look at the controllers behind it. I'm also going to hopefully find where the blower motor and the resistor is, and have a look at them as well. I'll try to problem solve a little bit. Now, I don't believe it's a fuse or a relay or anything because it is actually working. It hasn't turned off completely. It still blows a little bit, but what I will do in the for problem solving, I will check through the all the fuses and relays now. Alright, so under the bonnet, pull the fuse box open. You can see the relay here, which was in that spot there. Let's grab this, it looks alright. So I'll drop that back in and move on. Alright, so the next one is under the dash. Just a few fuses here, so you can see along second one in from the right, fourth down. Up in there, it's just this one here. You can make it out. It's just a 10 amp fuse. I've checked that. Again, I never thought it was going to be anything with the fuses, just because it was actually working. But now let's move on to the next part. Alright, so back inside. Now I want to take out this cluster and have a look behind it. Now, from what I can see, this part, all of that, can come out. From what I can tell, it's not held on by bolts, it's all clips. So we'll see if we can get on the camera. So there is a little hole there that you can put a screwdriver or trim removal tool in, pop it up, and then work your way around with other trim removal tools. And it's the same on the other side over here as well, and then that should pop out. So I'll try to get that on camera. If not, you might just see the end result, but let's try. So this is about as far as it comes with the wiring. So I will endeavour to undo everything and have a look behind there. Just remind yourself that it's fun working on cars. Alright, well, after a lot of effort and sore fingers later, I got it out. I don't know what it is about those clips. It was just very hard to grab. I've got these little buttons on the bottom there, the little tab. I just did not want to move. Anyway, I pulled it apart. Now, the reason I pulled this out was, as I said, a lot of pages and different things I read talked about actually the connections not catching fire, but melting or having issues at the back. But again, it's a very different setup to this one. This is all electronic, so I don't know whether this is an updated one or whether it's just the way the Australian ones come. Anyway, as you can see, all the pins are fine and all the connections are fine as well. So I'm going to have a really good inspection of all of this, but then I'm going to move on to having a look at the resistor and the blower motor. Now I believe they're underneath this area, so I'll leave this off and I'll pull the glove box out and have a look. Alright, so here we go. I've pulled the glove box out. Forgot what it was called for a second there. Mainly just to give myself a bit more room and access the cabin filter. That is disgusting. Let's just have a quick look at that. Yep. Serviced on time every time. Anyway, so just to show you guys where the blower motor is, if we go underneath, this is the blower motor. Now I've already unplugged it, so it's out of there, and there's 3 screws holding it in. So I will pull those screws out and I'll have a look at that now. And that's the blower motor out. Now I'll give it a good look over. It still spins quite freely. I'm not sure how hard it's supposed to be to turn or anything. It doesn't have any hard spots or catching throughout. So I'll move on to the resistor and have a look at that as well. Alright, so once again, I bring you under the dash, under the glove box area. So that's obviously where the blower motor was. Now if we move over to the side, I believe that is the resistor there. So again, just 2 Phillips head screwdrivers, unplug that, and we'll pull that out, have a look at it. Right, yep, I'm pretty sure that's what the resistor is. So if you look underneath, it was actually quite difficult to get out, just due to this piece here being in the way of that. But it came out. Anyway, what I might end up doing now is I'll have to plug the dash back in and check for power and all of that type of stuff. Alright, so what I've done is I've plugged back in all of this, so in theory that should all work. It's not pushed back in, but it should work. Now I've got my multimeter and test light sitting down here. Now between these 2 connections for the blower motor and the resistor, wherever that is, up here somewhere, I can't reach it. I'll do a few tests and see what that comes back as, see if I can get any readings or what it shows. If I can, I'll put the camera in a way that I can show as I go, but no promises. Alright, so I will do my best to show this while I can. So, as you can see, it's in the ground. Now the positive goes into the one opposite, and ignition is on. Whoops. Let's keep that in there. Alright, as you can see, it's showing 1.32 volts. Now as I increase the fan, that is full, 4.6, 4.7. So now if I decrease it again, slowly decrease, you can see the numbers are going down. So from what I can gather, that is obviously showing that the voltage is coming to the fan itself. To the resistor. And I've tested this one and it's getting results. All right, well, listen to this. Well, it's working, but I think I can hear some funny noises coming from the blower motor, so we'll see what happens. Alright, so after all that, I turned the car on and it stopped working again. It wouldn't blow at all. Jumped underneath, gave the connection to the blower motor a bit of a wiggle, and it started working again. So it's blowing nicely. So I might hold off on buying anything for the moment. We'll drive it around a little bit and see how it goes. If it continues working, I mightn't worry about anything. But we'll call this a sign off for the video for the moment. At least now you guys have a tutorial on how to pull the dash part out and how to get to the blower motor and the resistor. And maybe there'll be another one on replacing them, but I mean, you kind of saw how it went. Should be able to replace it from there. We'll see what happens. So have a good one.